the regular season is winding down, and the John Tyler Lions are on the road Friday night at the Tomato Bowl in Jacksonville against the Jacksonville Indians. Hi again, everybody. Welcome back to Coach's Corner as JT comes off a 33-3 win over Corsicana this past Friday night. It was homecoming at Trinity Mother Frances Rose Stadium, and JT stepped up with a win. And now with 2 games to go in the regular season, a road game at Jacksonville this week, and then a home game against Nacogdoches, and then the playoffs start. And Coach Ricklan Holmes is with us. Was the defense the story of the night against Corsicana?
That defense is playing outstanding right now. They're making plays, and they're putting our offense in position to score a lot of points, and they're capitalizing on their success right now. And you know, as a team, you want your offense and your defense to work well together, and they do that in practice. You know, our offense pushes our defense, and our defense pushes our offense, and I think that's the formula to the success that we're having right now.
After last year, the finish to the season, the defense just kind of got mad and decided things would be different this year.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that was the turnaround point going into this year, making sure that we focus in on all the stuff that we need to focus in defensively. And the main thing was stopping the run. Everybody know that we have the secondary guys to cover the pass, but what can we do up front with that front 7? And right now, we're doing an outstanding job.
And I saw the first game of the year when you played Plano. They were a running team, and you shut them down. And
yep.
that sort of set the tone for the whole year.
Set the tone for the whole year, letting our kids know that we can be successful doing that when we do things the way that we're supposed to be doing it, and coach the way and play in the way that we're coached to do it. So.
Now, a little different Friday night. Jim McAllister got a little banged up, right? And we saw a little bit of the present and the future. Bryson Smith, a sophomore, came in at quarterback. He's going to be the quarterback. Did a heck of a job for you, didn't he?
Oh, he did. He's doing an exceptional job. We know what kind of athlete Bryson is. Right now, you know, he's been playing on offense at wide receiver. And he's also been coming in sporadically.
And he is a sophomore, right?
He's a sophomore.
Yeah.
We knew that he has a mobility with his feet. He also has a strong arm. And he doesn't get rattled very fast and a lot in the pocket. He has a calm mentality, and that's what you need at the quarterback, along with his athletic ability. It makes it exciting to see, you know, what he can do now and later on.
He follows Johnson and Bush and Ward and McAllister. You've had a heck of a run of quarterbacks, haven't you?
But, you know, he kind of goes back into that mode, you know, like with Greg and Bush and Tote Johnson, Jeremy Johnson.
Yeah.
You know, all those guys started out at receiver before they got moved to quarterback. The only person that didn't fall into that mode was Gio. You know, Gio came from the JV level, and he came straight in at quarterback as his junior year. He didn't play any other position besides linebacker his freshman year.
That's amazing when you think about it. How is Gio, by the way? Is he okay? Is he going to be okay this week?
Yeah, we're gonna start him out and see how he goes. Right now he's moving around a lot better. We knew going into that game that, you know, we may have to take him out a little bit early and let Bryson finish the game because we know how important he's going to be to us in the postseason.
And we'll see the video here in a moment, but some of the highlight players of the game, Jordan Owens had 2 interceptions. Who played really well for him? Who were the stars of the game against Corsicana?
On the offensive side of the ball, it was Jeremy Wilson. He had another 100-plus yard game. On defensive side of the ball, you got Jordan Owens. He had another 2-pick day. And then in special teams, you got to give it to Dun, Tavian Gross. He had 2 big returns on punt. He also had a big return on kickoff, but he got called back because of a penalty.
One of my favorites on your team is Chicago, Pierre Leonard.
Oh, yeah.
He scores. He got a safety this week.
Yeah.
Kid scores every week. He plays nose tackle.
Yeah. Well, you know, he's that guy that, you know, we need him to be.
Yeah.
You know, he has a high motor. He plays really fast, really physical. With his size and his strength, he causes a huge disruption on the line of scrimmage. And that's what we need out of him, you know, going into these last 2 games and going into the playoffs.
You know, the nose tackle position has got to be the most, other than maybe offensive guard or something like that, maybe the most overlooked position in football, because the nose tackle doesn't always get to make a lot of tackles, right?
Yes.
The other guys get to make the tackles. His job is just kind of clog everything up.
Clog everything up.
Yeah.
But, you know, with his athletic ability and his strength and his size and his speed,
he makes tackles too.
He's getting on the other side of the line of scrimmage before guys even know he's there. And that's why I think he's the second leading tackle on the team right now.
And he's not very big. I mean, I'm short, and he's shorter than me, but he is so stocky.
He's very stocky.
Just strong.
Very stocky, stout-built kid.
Yeah.
And he's compact, and he uses that to his advantage.
And a big smile.
Yeah.
Very outgoing kid, good leader, right?
Yeah,
I mean, he's all that, isn't
He's becoming a leader.
Yeah.
You know, one of the things we had to work on, Pierre, was, you know, his mentality. You know, sometimes he gets a little bit too rambunctious, but as you can see with his play, he's growing and he's maturing into that player that we know he can be.
Now, Jacksonville's quarterback, Carter McCown, got hurt last week. So we'll talk more about Jacksonville, but just it looks like he's not going to be available this week.
Yeah.
So you won't have to face him.
Yeah, most definitely he won't be available Friday to play against us, but hopefully it's not something that's going to keep him out the remainder of the season. And he get ready to come back at least for that last game, and hopefully they make a strong bid at trying to get a playoff position, because he's a great quarterback, outstanding kid. Emotional leader.
Family's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, he comes from a quarterback family, you know, he's the guy that has the Jacksonville Indians rolling in the direction that they're rolling in right now. You know, we would love not to play against him, but you know, I didn't want him to, you know, be hurt in that manner.
All right, let's roll the tape again. The Lions in Corsicana this past Friday night at Trinity Mother Frances Rose Stadium. The Corsicana Tigers came into town, and here you are, Coach. This is a wide-angle view, and you're on offense here, right? You're on defense.
Right
okay,
here.
all right.
This is a great play by our front four, doing what they're supposed to do. As you can see right here, everybody's in their lane, linebackers scraping over the top, and they're doing what they're supposed to do. And we're keeping them from gaining yardage. Same thing right here. Now what we do is we stay in great pass coverage right here. And Jordan Owens comes up with his first interception for the night.
Now, Jordan's an interesting story. I mean, this is his first year on the varsity, right?
Yes. As a junior, he was on JV, and we tell our kids all the time, just because you're on JV does not mean that, you know, you can't be a player, an impact player on varsity going into your senior year. Wish he would have played like this his junior year, because he would have been on varsity, but his light finally came on, and as you can see, he's taking advantage of it right now.
Being recruited?
Yes, he is. He's being recruited now, so, you know, anytime you start making plays, people are going to pay attention to who you are.
Here's a nice slant right down the hash that time.
This is a pass right here to Nick Kane. Great pass protection by the offensive line right here, you know.
And a quick release. This is Gio in the game, by the way.
Yeah, he's in the game early. Another great stop by the defense. Doing an outstanding job on the run, just something that we got to continue to do. Back on the offense, a little swing pass right here to Jeremy Wilson. He uses his speed and his moves to get some positive yardage out of that, get us close to the first down marker.
See, you know, this play looks easy to the fans. It's not that easy to play, is it?
No, because first of all, if guys don't block up front, you know, Gio don't have enough time to swing that ball out there to Jeremy.
Plus, the receiver, you know, you're so close to the defense, you're always looking. You can get hit pretty quick after one of those catches,
most
too,
definitely.
Right? And here's a breakaway. Who is this?
I think this is Nick Kane.
Nick Kane?
I see more closely on the type view right here. This is a well-designed play where, you know, we called the play to take advantage of the soft spot of the defense, which was that hole right there. And he came up with a great catch over the defender. And, yeah, that's Nick Kane. Defensive play right here was great by the defensive end, setting the edge, not letting it outside of him. Guy staying over the top.
Who made the play? Was that Bendy?
No, that wasn't Bendy. That was, matter of fact, that was outside backer.
Okay. All right, here's a punt return. This
punt
is
return by Dontavian Gross.
Well, he's done a great job doing that this year.
Doing a great job with the punt return. And the main thing about him doing a great job with that is he had to learn to not let the ball hit the ground. When they punt it, catch it. You know, I think they see on Saturdays and Sundays where them guys let it get that one good bounce and they catch it and go.
Oh, yeah.
That's not how you return balls. You return balls by catching them, letting your guys set up blocks and go and make plays.
Again, that's another tough job. There's the pitch. This is Jeremy, right?
This is Jeremy right here, using his speed. And I think he scored on this one.
Did he score on this one? Yeah, okay. Yeah, this is, let's see if he got it.
This is my, when I was looking at it on film, I called it the throwback cut. I mean, the throwback scat, because he kind of pitched it out there to him.
All right, this is Luis Duran.
Yeah, this is his first field goal. Great play right here, stringing it out. Everybody staying at home, not giving a cutback lane and pursuing to the ball. This is fundamental defense, gap control, working downhill, and making a secure tackle.
Defense again.
Another good job right here, setting the edge, making them cut back up inside to where we got a defensive player pursuing the ball.
Your linebackers, Jalen Reese, Tony Johnson, and Chandrick Williams, right?
Yes.
Those
and then
are
we
your
have
three starting
Jalen
backers.
Watson that comes in along with Grayshawn Whitlock.
Okay.
And Justin Session. And those are the guys that come in at the Mike, the Sam, and the Wheel.
And your defensive linemen are Braylon Jones,
Pierre Leonard. And the ends right now are DeAndre Benson and Jasavier Reese.
Right. With Rodney Bendy playing some both ways.
He comes in and he plays also along with Joseph Gibson.
And here's another punt return by Duntavian Gross, right?
Anytime your punt return team can set your field up for your offense, either on the 50 or the other side of the 50, that's great special teams play right there. And Coach Elder has done a tremendous job with our special teams this year.
Is this Gio?
No, this is Jeremy.
Jeremy. This is a touchdown, 52 yards.
Yeah. Hit the hole, use his speed, and let's go.
You'll get a better look at it and what the defense saw here. I think the cutback here is going to be really, there you go.
Yeah.
That right there, that's the one.
Then he just outran the other. Good job by Jeremy. Great job. Great job by the offensive line, too, just creating a crease for him. You don't always have to put people on the ground. Sometimes you just got to get in the way and let your running backs do their job.
Back on defense, quarterback with a zone read. Good play on the edge. Cornerback made that play, didn't he?
No, actually, it was the outside backer.
Outside backer. Okay, Chandrick Williams. He'll be back next year.
Yeah, he's a sophomore also. Another great punt return by Dun again. Getting us close to the 50 once again to start the offense, which is great.
And again, none of these are hitting the ground. He's catching them all. And even better, you're not getting the illegal blocking penalties called against you. That's tough.
That just comes from being smart in football and understanding that if I can't see that guy, I can't touch that guy. That was right there. It was Gio making some plays with his feet. Even though he's a little gimpy, you can tell on how he was moving. He wasn't 100%, but that was a great pass play right there to actually Bryson Smith,
who will wind up being a quarterback here in a few plays.
Buying a little time with his feet, stepping up in the pocket. Still got his eyes downfield. This is one thing that Gio has got a whole lot better at this year. That was a pass to Dun. Just keeping his eyes downfield.
Gio's going to play quarterback next year somewhere.
He's going to play quarterback. And this right here is a pass to Damian Miller.
Sophomore.
Got behind the defender and made a great catch.
Where's Gio verbally committed right now?
University of Central Arkansas.
Central Arkansas, okay. Nice play there.
I think that was a touchdown pass to
Nick Kane.
Got him on the pump fake. Threw it to that back shoulder, just let your receiver make a play. Defensive stop right here. I love the swarm to the ball by the defense. Once one person contact, you got other guys coming.
Quarterback trying to get outside, no.
Yep.
Not able to do so. I think this is the quarterback. Did he run the ball here? Yeah, he was trying to run the ball. First guy there makes the play.
That's right here is Bryson at quarterback. Throwing the ball right there to Nick Kane.
Oh, Nick's fearless with that bubble screen pass too.
Oh yeah, he makes a living off of that. Little pitch play right here to Jeremy Wilson. Makes a lot. Great run right there. At the initial contact, still getting positive yardage.
Yeah, because they've done a pretty good job of stringing that out, but he does a good job of
keeping his feet moving.
Okay.
touchdown pass right here to Damian Miller.
It's a 30-yarder.
Bryston. This combination right here is pretty deadly because they done this last year on the freshman level. So
okay. So see a lot of that over the next 2 years, we hope.
Yeah, I'm hoping so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, back on defense. Corsicana's a young team. They got some talented sophomores playing.
They do. They have a lot of talent over there.
They beat Lindale early in the season. Almost beat White House 2 weeks ago. Lost late in that game. Here they are at the goal line.
Stop right here.
Okay.
Bowing up your neck and letting them know, hey, I know that you're close to the goal line, but we're still not going to let up and just let you walk in.
Your guys were kind of, they wanted to shut out Friday night.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
They did. And they got pretty close, you know, besides giving up a field goal. You know, hey, that's what's going to happen. You know, things like that are going to happen. I'd rather give up 3 than give up 7. That's a good play right there by Jalen Watson, the backup backer. Good pass right there by Bryson across the middle.
See it better here with the end zone view, what he sees. Oh, yeah.
That was right there. I think that was Bendy.
You know, you got that little have to do it, the timing has to be perfect. Didn't have much of a hole, but
not much of a hole. Yeah. But that comes with his arm strength and understanding where the ball needs to be placed. Little dump off pass right here to Jeremy. It's going to be a touchdown pass to Damian. High point the ball, and let's get in the end zone. You know, Damian started out on defense this year, and he got relieved from his defensive duty because of the merge of Jordan Owens. So that freed him up to play a lot more offense, and he's starting to turn into that receiver that we know he can be.
And then Nick Kane had the same thing happen to him when DeAndre Williams got eligible for him.
So, you know, those two right there helped us out tremendously, not just on defense, but on offense.
Now, you can still use them on that side of the ball if you need them.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. That's no doubt about it.
Some more defense. Good.
It's going to be another interception right here by Jordan Owens. Great diving catch, making a play on the ball while it's in the air. Had some defensive pressure on him coming from the backside. Probably made him throw a ball he probably didn't want to throw.
Right.
It's a little pitch play right here to the freshman running back, Trey Allison, getting him some action this week.
Freshman running back.
Yes, freshman. He's gonna be pretty special. Big kid, fast, physical runner. As you can see right here with him coming down here, he'll lower the shoulder, give you the boom. Then we got another back that's going to be getting the ball right here. He's a junior. This is a DeJuan Beal.
But Trey Allison will be Jeremy Wilson next year. Is that basically what you're saying?
Well, we got 2 good guys right now. Both of them sitting right here on the screen. That's DeJuan Beal and Trey Allison. So, you know, DeJuan will be a senior next year. Trey will be a sophomore. They're both talented. So, you know, you have your good 1-2 punch.
Find your place for both of them. Huh?
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
Okay. Now, Bryson's quarterbacking here, right?
Yes. Another play right here to Trey Allison, running hard.
So, defensively, your guys, Tyler Morning Telegraph stats had Corsicana with 63 yards rushing, 63 yards passing. You get that weekly. You'll be playing at Cowboy Stadium.
It'll be a long season.
It'll be a long season.
It'll be a long season.
We'll be doing this show for a few more weeks, right?
And that's something that we plan on doing, and that's going to have to come with the continued success of our defense and our offense and our special teams, making sure that we do everything in all 3 phases to take care of football games that we're going to be playing the remainder of this year.
What about the special teams on Friday night?
Special team, you got to give it out first of all to Luis Duran. You know, he's kicking it out the back of the end zone. That's letting you know where the offense is going to start automatically. And then on kickoff return and punt return, we're getting some very good positive yardage out of those 2 groups right there. And, you know, even with the punt team, you know, we're setting up to where we're still going down the field and we're pinning them back deep. I know we had one punt, we think we pinned them on like the 5 or 2 yard line. And that's because, you know, our guys are going downfield like they're supposed to. and Sambo's putting his foot in there too.
Now the kickoff return has kind of become almost obsolete with all these short pop-up kicks. Everybody doing that to you now? Pretty much?
They are, because I don't think everybody
They don't want to kick it deep to gross, do they?
No, they really don't. They really don't. And you know, we got Jeremy Wilson back there. So you got some dangerous return guys back there, and you want to try to put it up close to where hopefully you can get them to fair catch it, because you got guys attacking and they don't return it. But with the athletes that we do have that's up there in those areas, that's also a dangerous area to kick on us too.
You know, there's a trade-off when you do that, and this pop-up kick, you know, you're going to give them the ball 30, 35-yard line a lot, right?
Yeah,
but
most definitely.
But the trade-off is, as opposed to letting them take it to the house.
It's about putting it in the hands of some dangerous people and letting them use their feet and their blockers to, you know, make some big plays down the field and set your offense up in great field position.
What's going on with football these days? I mean, now your score was a little more like a normal football game Friday night.
Yeah.
TCU put up 82 on Tech on Saturday. Tyler Junior College is averaging nearly 60 points a ball game. You're averaging, what, 50 a game, aren't you, or something?
Yeah.
What do you? I forget what your average score is.
Around 40.
Right, 40. Around 40. What's going on with football right now? The game has changed so much since the days you played, right?
Well, defense is a lost art, and I don't think everybody
is it defense or is tackling a lost art?
Both. You know, first it starts with tackling, but then it starts with, you know, the passion to play that position. You know, everybody wants to be in the limelight. And how do you be in the limelight? Well, you play offense. Right. And everybody wants to be on the offense side of the ball, and I think they keep forgetting that you also got to play defense to make sure that your offense does do what they need to do. And I can tell you earlier, if you look at the teams that are consistently going to the state games every year, they have an outstanding defenses.
Yeah. How do you practice tackling from spring football all the way through?
Live. Okay. The only way that you can do it is live. You can't go out there and tackle dummies every day, because dummies don't move and dummies don't fight back. Yeah. So we use our offense and our defense against each other a lot, because it makes our offense better by trying to avoid our defense, which is great at tackling, and it makes our defense better by going against our offense, which is productive with the ball in their hand and making people miss that make either solid tackles or they miss tackles. So you got to practice live. I mean, we're in full pads every day all the way up to Wednesday.
Yeah, I come out to your morning practices one day a week to interview a couple of the young men, and I see guys getting put on the ground. Now, they're not trying to kill each other.
No. But
I see guys going to the ground on Tuesday and Wednesday mornings of a game week.
Yep.
Now, not everybody's doing that right now, are they?
No, they're not. And as you can see, that affects you in the game, and that's why you have these basketball scores coming up every week.
Does it frustrate you to watch? I mean, you went to Oklahoma State.
Yeah.
I mean, they pile up huge numbers, but they also give up big numbers too.
Yeah, but when I was there, they wasn't scoring like that.
Yeah, the colleges don't. Do they practice tackling much?
I don't think they do. You know, even my years at Oklahoma State, you know, I don't remember doing a whole bunch of live tackling. You know, we was always in shells and shorts.
Don't want to get guys hurt.
Yeah,
right?
You don't want to get guys hurt, but football is a rough sport. I tell our kids all the time, you know, we're going to practice the way that we play. Our linemen cut our defensive linemen. Our defensive linemen got to play cut block. The only way you're going to get ready for a football game is to do it the way it's supposed to be played, and you can't get ready for something if you never go through it during the week.
Is the upshot of that, though, you don't practice as long?
Yeah, I mean, now you cut it down a little bit, but during that time that you are practicing, you got to have that live action time. Not saying it's going to be an hour long, but you got to have that inside time to where, hey, this 15-minute, 10-minute period, hey, we're going to go get after it. We're going to make sure we make secure tackles. We got to make sure we get those cut blocks. We got to make sure that we protect ourselves, because in the game, guys are going to be doing the same thing to us.
Before we started, I got a kick out of this. You're playing at the Tomato Bowl on Friday night. It's a grass field.
Grass field.
So that means you have to decide which uniform you're going to wear.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
You got to be careful what you wear out there. We won't be wearing white pants.
And why is that? Explain why that
grass stain. Grass stain. Several years ago, we played Jacksonville in Jacksonville, and Rush was the head coach. Yeah. And he was like, I was like, well, what are we going to wear? Because I was an equipment guy at the time. I said, what are we going to wear? He said, oh, we're going to wear white. I said, you sure you want to wear the white pants? He said, oh, yeah, I want to wear the white pants. I said, okay. So we needless to say, we went out there in the white pants. And that Saturday, everybody's getting ready to go home, and I'm sitting in the shower room with some pants and a bucket.
Because you're the equipment guy,
I'm the
right?
equipment guy. Yeah. And he walks in and he's like, Holmes, why you not leaving yet? I said, I pulled out one of the pants and it had all these grass stains on there. He's like, oh, now I see why you didn't want to wear the white pants.
So you don't want to wear whites. What you learn your mom told you that, right?
Yeah. So needless to
don't
say,
play in the grass with white clothes on, right?
We never wore white pants again on the grass. But hey, it throws a wrinkle in what you're wearing because you know that the first part of the body that's going to hit the ground is probably the lower part of the body.
Right. I love that. I mean, these are things this is behind the scenes stuff.
Behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah, and you have to wash all that stuff on Saturday.
Oh yeah,
right?
we got to make sure we take care of our uniforms and make sure that we get them clean and ready for the next week coming up.
Not in any way to take Jacksonville lightly because you have to really guard against that.
Oh, most definitely. Any team that we play from here on out is gunning for us, and we got to understand that. We can't go and play down to anybody's level. We got to make sure we stay at the level that we know how to play, which is John Tyler football.
But having said that, they are without their quarterback.
They are without their quarterback, and it's going to be a different team. But they're still going to be able to make some plays. They still have some skilled guys. Their secondary is really strong. So I expect a game out of them just like any other game that we done played previous to them.
These guys 2 weeks ago beat Nacogdoches in 5 overtimes.
Yeah.
They almost beat, they've had some wild games this year, and they're kind of dangerous. And they're at home.
Yeah, most definitely. And anytime you're at home, you got home field advantage. You're in front of your fans. You're in front of the people that support you the most, and you're going to give your all to make sure that you show that to them.
Injury-wise, again, I say that every week, knock on wood, but this is the 9th game of the season.
Yes.
And the health part of the team pretty good right now.
No major injuries, and that comes,
even Gio.
Yes, that comes to the way Coach Anderson, our strength and conditioning coach, which is also our defensive coordinator and stuff like that. But he's also our strength and conditioning coach, and the weight program that he puts them through in the off season, the spring, the summer, and even during the season, because we still lift weights during the season, is to protect the body and to prepare the body because football is the pressure sport. If you don't put pressure on your muscle and your joints, how are you going to protect them and react when it comes time to playing games?
These last 2 weeks are very important, obviously, for momentum and to maintain that #1 seed in Division I, right?
Oh, most definitely. And the main thing about that is keeping the momentum, keeping that winning going forward, making sure that we continue to stay on the path that we have put ourselves in, and make sure that we're mentally and physically ready to go on.
Now, it looks like you'll play Texas High in the first round of the playoffs.
Yes, that's what it looks like right now. As long as they don't lose their last 2 games and we don't lose our last 2 games, it's probably going to be that way.
You've already started to look ahead to a possible playoff
yes, we
site?
have.
I mean, you want
to right now, if it does end up we playing Texas High, it's going to be on a Friday, that next Friday after we play Nacogdoches, and it'll be in Longview at 7:30.
Be at Lobo Stadium in Longview. So just kind of know that. Start making plans.
No,
but you still have to go out and do your job.
Still got to take care of these last 2 games.
And Nacogdoches, right?
Most definitely.
Both interesting games, and a home game next week.
Yes.
So what do you look for this Friday night out of Jacksonville?
They'll
be amped up.
They're going to be amped up.
Whatever they got, they'll roll out there.
They're going to be amped up because, if they win this game, they win the next game, they put themselves in the position to make the playoffs. So they got to make sure that they take care of their business first and foremost this Friday. And then, whatever happens next week happens next week. But they're going to come out. They're going to give us that A+ game. Even though they don't have their quarterback, they still got a quarterback that's in the waiting. And he finished out the last week's game pretty strong. So I expect him to start out this week with more reps now, knowing that he's going to be the man that's going to be taking over. And I expect him to play just as good as probably McCowan did.
All right, good luck.
Appreciate it.
All right, the Lions are on the road, and again, the Tomato Bowl right off Highway 69 South. You can see it as you cross the bridge into Jacksonville on the left, and it's a 7:30 game on Friday night. JT at Jacksonville at the Tomato Bowl, and as always, the Lions need and deserve your support. So we'll see you at the Tomato Bowl, and we'll see you next week for Coach Holmes and the Lions. I'm Bill Coates. Thanks for joining us.